Okay. This is chapter 3. I'm going to show a trick here at the start. If you're just starting, I'm going to recommend that you actually not do this, but I want to show it anyway. When you approach here, I jump up on this railing as soon as I can. When you run around here, I usually do this without stopping, but you're going to want to aim slightly to the left of the spike here, because what we're going to do is jump on top of this, kind of like that, and then you jump off of this onto there. It's really hard to do stationary like this, so that's why I try and constantly. Let's see if I can do it real quick. Actually gonna set up a quick save in case I missed it. Yep, I missed it. It's really hard to do, especially fast, but you do get it. It's about a 10 to 12 second time save. I keep aiming a little bit too far to the right. My cursor is like kind of on top of the bike where it needs to be to the left of it. I barely got it. There we go. And when I climb up here, I start to hold D to like strafe around because I want to get onto this row of blocks here. Because if you're on these, then when you sprint off, sometimes when you fall down from this step down to this one, you'll land on the very edge and it'll eat your jump input, so you'll just fall down and void out. So you want to kind of strafe around and fall onto the bottom there. And try not to land on top of this spike. It just slows you down. So there will be a second trick at the end that'll match that. That helps save more time. I'll get to that when we get there. Obviously come in here and click the try piece. When you're coming up these steps, I try and stay kind of in the middle, because if you're too close to this wall, when you're close to the try piece, it kind of slows down your movement. So if you stay in the middle of the steps, it's kind of a good compromise of a closer line to get up here while not getting slowed down by the try piece too much. Grab it and then point your mouse cursor over towards this corner of the room behind this pillar, because we're going to go there next. Because what you want to do is we're going to clip through here. You want to go this line right here, like these first blocks up, then 1.5 blocks over, 1.5 blocks that way. Quick save, quick load. And you should just be able to uncrouch a few times, and you're there. So you can just sprint straight across. One thing to note, that if you face this way and you look too far to the right, when you try and run forward across the gap here, you'll just pop back and bounce over here, and sometimes it'll eject you out. So be careful of that. Just, go across, grab the statue, and climb out. Not really anything particularly fast about the rest of this, it's just practicing the triangle placement. So here, this is where the second half of that beginning trick is. Now we need to, if you do the jump at the start, you would have all 3 statues like I do. You need to just get down to the altar. So normally you would just run down the steps, but you come up here, kind of come up on these steps a little bit, and jump onto the railing, and then look straight down. And this lantern here is going to be in the top right corner, and then your reticle is going to be lined up like horizontally with the lantern below you. And you want to just very gently drop off. And then what's going to happen is you're going to fall and hit that thing, and you're going to be able to hold forward and shift to run off of it, because it'll act as a platform for just like a quarter second or so. So you can change your direction midair to get back onto the steps. And when you're edging off of this thing, you need to be really careful not to have too much momentum, because if you go too fast, you'll just fly off. Your momentum will carry you, and you'll void out. So just drop down like that. There you go. I actually had a little too much momentum. I still hit the lantern, but I landed on the railing. If you get it just right, you'll land on the railing and get directly on the steps. Then you would do the statues there. If you don't do that jump at the start, then you would need to, you'd come out here and need to get the thing. Instead of running down, you can just jump and void out, and it puts you right next to here. And you'd hold the triangle and grab the statue, and then just run up to the thing. There is a teleporter down there for the that takes you up to where the altar is. but anytime I've tried to time this out, it's always about the same as just running up here along the stairs. The jumping down using the teleporter has the extra triangle you have to make, so if you're not fast enough with building a triangle, it can take a bit longer. So yeah, that's all for chapter 3.